I don't even know what to say. I genuinely don't. I'm absolutely crestfallen. I really am. It's probably dangerous me doing this just after literally the match has finished 5 minutes ago. That's massive. That is just massive. People who say, you know, I get a lot of it with myself, you know, about being negative, about being this, that and the other. I'm not negative. I want to be proved wrong every single everything I suggest, everything I produce on this channel. If I say Leeds are going to be beaten or draw, I want to be proved wrong all the time. I think sometimes that gets misconstrued. I've said things in the past about Leeds where I've said, you know, we're going to lose certain games and we don't. But I think generically throughout the season I've done okay. This was a game where I was worried about. People who think throughout the season a record of events is comparable to a team with 6-7 games to go in this division, I don't understand. A team in form or a team who are trying to vie to stay in this division are going to play better than any other team in this division. You saw this today with Sheffield United and Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest just rolled over. They didn't care. They weren't bothered today. They're already on the beach, half and they didn't put an effort in. And you look at Wigan today, they looked 10 times better than a Nottingham Forest side who were 8 places above them. Teams who are fighting for something play for something. We're also fighting for something. I don't know if you know that after today's performance. We're fighting for something. Wigan were also fighting for something. And fair play. You've come to Ellen Road. You've shithoused it. Of course you have. You've been falling around, rolling around, taking hours for substitutions. But we've had numerous teams that have done that this season and we've overcome that. That was appalling. That was shocking. Oh, Conor, you're being too negative. Oh, you're doing this, you're doing that. No, be realistic. Have a word with yourself. That, for a Premier League potential team, you think that is good enough? You think that is good enough? 10 men of Wigan. Wigan, who've got 7 points away from home this season. 7 points. Now they've got 10. Bottom of the away form table. Come to Ellen Road, where we've got 45 points this season and stay top of the home form table against Wigan. I mean, it's only the Championship that can produce that sort of result, but that is not good enough. When you're 3 points ahead of your rivals and your rivals go out and win their game comfortably and you play like that, that disgusts me today. What was that left side today? What was that left side? I'm absolutely fuming. I'm fuming because we've got an advantage. I'm fuming because now they're back in it. I'm fuming because now we're third in the table yet again. And I know every one of you is as well. And I know you are. And I know you're disappointed and let down, especially by the 37,000 that were at Ellen Road today. That was not good enough. How much space. You guys won't understand if you were at the game. I'm at Glen Eagles at the minute in time. I can't be at the game. I can't be at the game, unfortunately. Circumstances get in front of that. As I know a lot of you have those circumstances. Circumstances in other countries as well where you can't get to the games. And you can't make it today. But on the television, you've got a little bit of a broader view, which I'm not used to this season because I'm normally at the games. But you got a little bit more of a realistic view on the television. And the space Leeds United were in for near on 85 minutes of that game was ridiculous. We had an abundance of space, an abundance of time, and guess what happened? Chance after chance after chance after chance, and we can't put it in the back of the net. We can't put it in the back of the net. Another penalty missed. 2 out of 5 penalties scored from Pablo Hernandez. Do we have a designated penalty taker? The amount of passing fluid football we play in and out of the channels, we are evidently going to get into the box and we are evidently going to have touches on our legs, our feet, whatever, and one of our players is going to go down. Do we not practice that in training? Did we not practice that in training? Did we not practice and expect what Wigan were going to bring today? I watched Wigan last week. I don't give 2 wallops if they were at home. I don't care. It doesn't matter. At this stage of the season, you perform like that at home and away, and you've seen that from Wigan within the past 6 or 7 games where they've lost one. Where they've lost one game. And that is so frustrating because it's an expectance that we're just going to go out there and blow them away. 5-0, 3-0, 4-0. I was hearing all week. No. But I'm the negative one, and all the Leeds fans who were with me on that think we're the negative ones. It was going to be a tough game. They're fighting for their position in this division, and let's be right at the minute, we're not clinical. We're not clinical. We're not good in front of goal. We are not good in front of goal, and that is the bottom line. That is the bottom line, and it showed today. That left-hand side was horrendous today. We can't put a ball in the box, and we always score from central positions. Cleek, Hernandez, Bamford, Roof. It's central where we score from, where we build play from. It's central. We don't normally score from out wide. Unless it's Pablo turning out wide like he normally does with his silky football. That's it. It's a central play of football. That is how Leeds United play. And the reason behind that is because Marcelo Bielsa has done wonders, because out wide on that left, we are so weak. It is such a weak side. And I'm hearing people talking about Jack Harrison as if he's a second coming this week after his lovely finish against Sheffield Wednesday. It was a fantastic finish, but I'm sorry, people are talking about us going up into the Premier League and spending 10, 15 million on this kid. No way. I'm sorry, there is so many gaps to his game. And we are weak on that side. And we are weak at putting balls in. And we are weak at set pieces. And it's been a coherent theme for the past 5 to 6 months. You look at how many chances we create, and I'm bored of saying it every single game. I'm bored of saying the same thing every single game. Look at how many chances we create. At the end of the day, we're on 80 points. Sheffield United are on 80 points. I know what all of you are going to say. You've been dramatic, you've been amateur dramatic, whatever. Look at what we've dropped today. I'm not going to go over how Wigan have done this season. I'm not going to go over again their form. But for Christ's sake, they had 10 men for 80 minutes and we've lost at home. Shake your heads. Have a word with yourself. You're coming on and you're thinking to yourself, oh, well, it's still in our hands, all this sort of stuff. Let's think about it realistically, really. That was not good enough. It's not a good enough performance. 1-11, we were crap today. We were crap against, with respect, Wigan fans, a crap Wigan team throughout the season. And we've let them right back in it. Right back in it now, to an extent where they're second. And everything I've been banging on about, goal difference, where I get abuse about it, I get told I focus on too much on goal difference. We're now third. Because of what? Goal difference. And fair play to Sheffield United. They've gone out, they've done the business today. We've gone out and we've once again let them back in it again. 3-point advantage. It's been a 2-point advantage. It's been a 1-point advantage. We just keep letting them back in. Come on, Sheffield. Sheffield, you want another one? Come on, we'll let you back in it. We don't want it anyway. We don't want it. Come on, you guys come back in for it. So is that QPR? 1 win in 15. That 1 win, Leeds United. Stoke have won 2 games in 16. One of them was against Leeds. Birmingham lost 5 out of 5. Play Leeds, win. Wigan, 7 points away from home all season. Bottom of the away form division. Come up against the Leeds United side who are top of the home form division. And they beat us. What did we create in that second half? Does anybody know? Because someone put in the comment section below what we created in that second half when they've got 10 men. And I'm not having this absolute crap of, well, they had 10 men. They had 10 men, so they make it more difficult. Well, Leeds United, the way that we play football, how fluid we are, how pragmatic we are on the ball, having 10 men against Leeds United is a horrendous situation. I'm telling you, Cook, at the start of that second half, I'd have been thinking, Jesus Christ, there we go. Or when the sending off happened, Jesus Christ, there we go. But it's Leeds in a nutshell, isn't it? This hasn't been negative. It's been realistic. We missed the penalty. We have numerous chances which we don't put away. We can go to the other end and score. With their first chance. The second chance they score. And they're fighting against relegation. Leeds United, top of the division, 9, 10, 11 chances, don't score. Can't score. Again, don't score. Still can't score. Progresses through the second. The commentator was speaking here as a neutral commentator and he was saying the exact same thing. We're very pretty on the ball. We're very nice on the eye. We do excellent things. We're getting to that. We were in the penalty box 8 times in that second half. 8 times with clear-cut chances. Nothing happens. Everyone's afraid to shoot. No one will shoot. That's just a coherent theme I see week in, week out with this Leeds United side. We have to sort of pass it in, which has done wonders for us this season, but we have to pass it in. That's it. We have to literally pass it in. It's Arsenal of 2004, but nowhere near as good, obviously. I'm so upset about that, because now it's uphill again. We might have, you know, we might be on the same points, but please take into account right now the goal difference. Please, because it is so frustrating. The amount of fans who come on and say, well, we talk, you know, the goal difference doesn't matter. It's crucial. Look at when we went up, which everyone keeps harking on about. We won the league by goal difference. It is a massive hindrance or a massive dictator in where you finish. It is not good enough to be 1-0 up against Wigan on the 43rd minute when you've had 8 clear-cut chances again. Bamford. Oh man, it's so difficult with Bamford because he's got 9 goals in 12, but it's his link-up play. He's not a scapegoat, it's his link-up play. The ball bounces off him. It doesn't stick to him. The ball, Hernandez, you can see sometimes he tries to play the ball into him. It bounces off his knee, it bounces off his foot, it bounces off his chest. Click was not good enough today. He's not been good, for, in my personal opinion, for a while now. I thought Roberts ran the show last week. He really did, and I thought a lot of people were giving Click a little bit too much. I think we know the performance levels Click can get to, and he wasn't good enough. Roberts taken off at half-time. I don't get why Calvin Phillips was brought off, because in the second half, Wigan had so much joy counter-attacking us down the middle. And that is where Calvin just sticks. He doesn't move. Forshaw naturally moves up and down and up and down. He doesn't stick in that position. I get we wanted to go for a more attacking notion. And I think, to be honest, Bielsa was getting that pissed off with us losing the ball every 2 seconds and not being able to do anything in the final third, that he thought, you know what, I'm going to bring Forshaw in because he can get the ball and he can spray it, and he can spray it with a bit of effectiveness and composure. And he did the exact same thing by bringing Kemar Roofe on. The commentator even said, he said 46th minute in, he turned around and he said, well, there's going to be a change now because Kemar Roofe's on. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. The amount of times we were in the final third with so much, we literally had a Wigan, sometimes Wigan would literally commit. Leon Clark, that have Massey, who ran as ragged today, and they'd have, I think it was Reece James with a couple of breaking moves forward. They'd be exposed at the back, and we wouldn't do anything. We'd get the ball out wide and spoon the ball in, or spoon the ball over the bar. This isn't an overreaction. This is what we all see on the pitch. It's just some people don't want to come out and say it. I come out and say it and get berated for it. That's the difference. It's so frustrating because when it's in our hands, when we literally are ready. I said before today, and I get called negative, I said before today, there is still so much left to, there's so much more to go. So much more to go. Look at my previous video, I said Wigan should not be taken lightly. But people don't do that. They think because of their away performances over the season, that's it. Cataclysmic. They're not going to do anything today. Leeds going to steamroll them 3 or 4-0. Look at the bigger picture. They're trying to survive. They brought Leon Clark in January, who's doing fantastic. Massey has been excellent for them in the past 5-6 games. You look how good he was today. Every time he came forward, we absolutely shat ourselves. We didn't know what to do. Jansen's legs were completely tangled, and I will also say Liam Cooper was a massive miss today. I think that assurance to step up from our sort of back third into the middle, where he normally intercepts and plays it out quickly, that was missing. Because Jansen would get the ball, and I hate to say it, but Berardi would get the ball and we'd stumble on the ball 5, 6, 7 touches, and I wanted Berardi in for that reason. Maybe he's not back to full fitness yet, and he's been thrown into it because Cooper's been injured, and maybe that is it. Yeah, I thought Ayling was trying to get stuff going today, but he didn't have enough help. I thought Pablo was poor today. Couldn't beat the first man. And everything, it was just the keeper had the day of his life. He must have thought, how easy is this? There was no sort of brilliant balls in, effective balls in. It was just long driven balls which he could just catch. And it was the same throughout the entire 90 minutes. Didn't get any better. You know, we got the first goal, cracking finish by Bamford, but even beforehand, that penalty. We do it every time. We just make it so hard for ourselves. Every single game. say every single game, but I mean every single game where it's sort of, it's against these teams who are out of form. 4 times now. QPR, Birmingham, Stoke, Wigan. 4 games. Those 4 games. We've lost 12 points against those sides. 12 points. People like me are dramatic and negative. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm so upset. Oh man, I can't tell you. I can't tell you, and I hope to God you don't come on this channel and just say, oh, you've been over dramatic. I really pray, because I know a lot of you lot are massively intelligent and you look at the bigger picture. Oh man. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I can't even, oh man. I'll see you in a bit, guys. Sorry, I can't even put it into words. I know a lot of Sheffield United fans are going to be taking the mick and that, but, you know, we did the exact same last week, didn't we? So you've just got to give them the dues. It's just how it is. It's football, but we've just let them right back into it. There you go, Sheffield United. You take the advantage this time. Now we've got to go to a ground where we've not won in 70 years and go pick up 3 points because we've given ourselves the hardest task to overcome. Just the Leeds way, innit? Like, comment, and subscribe, as I've said, guys. See you in a bit.